Coco Gauff, now ranked number 2 in the world again. And she's got a showdown with Magda, Linette. As always, my coverage is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Now listen, guys, I just spent the last 20 minutes making this video thinking that I was recording, and I was not recording. What a blooper. So you know what? I'm just going to breeze through this video. We're going to take a look here at the other half of the round of 32. Oh my goodness. I'm so disappointed. I had a really good video for you guys, but we're just going to breeze through. It's getting a little bit late. Okay, Kim Win-jung. She's taking on Magdalena Freck. It's going to be a really good matchup here, guys. Kenwin not having the year most people thought she would after coming off of that 50-win season last year. But again, she was without her coach for much of the first quarter. So Magdalena's not doing well either. 6-11 on the year, losing record after nearly 6 seasons, winning 40-plus matches. A lot of lower-level matches, but things got really hot for Magdalena around the 22 season, where if you want to revisit, these two ladies played on grass at Eastburn, where Freck won that. But they played last year on hard Cincinnati. Kim Win-jung won that. This is a clay match, as we know. Now, Freck, she's pretty experienced on clay. She's got over twice the clay experience as Kenwin. But I think power is going to be an issue here. I'm going to take Kim Win-jung to win this match. Now, I had a very good point with this matchup here, but again, I thought I was recording. I wasn't recording, so I'm not really gonna go into that in depth as I did previously, but I'll save it for maybe another head-to-head. But Mira owns a head-to-head 2-1, and Linda had a very good junior career. We remember Mira getting her break a couple years ago during this stretch of the season. But Mira was overshadowed in juniors a lot by Korneva, fellow countrywoman who beat her in the Australian Open Slam final. But in terms of these young teens coming up to the main tour, there's been a lot of talk about burnout. A lot of people think that the young teens, they're just pushed to turn professional. And by the time they're 2021, they're not getting the results because maybe they were pushed too early to compete with the professionals. Not the case with Mira. A lot of people expect Linda to have had, she's 20 now, right? Coco's 21. A lot of people expect Linda to have had more accolades, more, awards, etc. Look at her draw. Every time you turn around at a master event, Iga's in her draw or a slam. I mean, doesn't that, what are you going to do? Iga's in her draw every time you turn around. So that's probably why she doesn't have as many titles, right? But with that said, I think Mira just has too much variety. The short ball, Linda doesn't want to run after those short balls. Mira's going to win this match. Clara Tauson, Emma Navarro. Again, we talk about teens and burnout being pushed to the main tour. Let's go back to that 21 season, right? Emma Raducanu won the U.S. Open. Let's look at that class, that top draft pick class, right? Any football fans, basketball fans, baseball fans. That draft class, the 21 year, Clara Tauson, Marta, Leylah Fernandez, Emma Raducanu, all stars, all here, still in the draw. So when you think about it, Emma Navarro is the favorite here. Yes, she went to college. Again, Emma had a good junior career as well, but she went to college for further development. And this is what I'm talking about, the burnout, where someone like Emma Navarro, who had a good junior career and still went to college, you have these players like, I'm not going to say any names, but you have these teens, these juniors that are being pushed to the main tour, Emma now is polished. She's seasoned, right? She's a very solid player, but she got the learning and development. Not that I mean, she has the resources. She didn't have to go to college, but I think it made her a better player. However, she's struggling this year after back-to-back 50-plus win seasons, 16 and 10, while Towson seems to be in a good place mentally. Navarro's the favorite. I'm going to take Towson to win at least a set, and I think Towson can beat Navarro outright again. Leylah Raducanu, guys, she's outside the top 10. You have to be concerned, right? I talked about this, guys. She's in her mid-20s. Her window is closing. Her window's closing, guys. She's ranked 12. And the same could be said about BB. Now, BB is younger than Leylah Raducanu. She also has the slam. But she's got a lot going on. And by the way, human resources from the WTA, please get Bianca's work photo on the site, please. Now, Bianca's 3-3 on the year, but Elena just defeated BB in Madrid. And if BB hasn't made adjustments, which having just started getting in the swing of things this second quarter, I don't think there's much she's going to be able to do. Even though, I mean, she had a good win last time out against Dana Vekic. I think the serve from Elena is going to put a lot of pressure on BB. BB does look good, though, not where she needs to be. I'm going to take Leylah Raducanu to win this match. Emma Raducanu taking on Veronika Kudermetova. These two ladies have never faced each other, right? This is going to be a really good matchup, guys. I like Veronika, her ability to just destroy you from both sides of the court. I think Emma's probably going to have the edge with her backhand and her ability to stretch the court. I think the slower surface is also going to help Emma Raducanu. But when it comes down to it, I think Veronika, I think she's going to be able to stretch the court a little bit better using her vertical ability. She's playing doubles with Elisa Mertens now. Remember, former WTA doubles champion with Elisa Mertens a few years ago. I think she's in great condition. Emma she just hasn't been that active, even though she's 10-8 on the year. Jill Teichmann's a good win. Maya Joint, I don't like the fact she went 3 sets with Maya Joint. That concerns me a little bit. Yes, Maya's on my top 10 prospect list. I know that. But I like the win over Amanda Anisimova, who's got a lot of power. I think that's going to prepare her well for this match against Raducanu. I think Kudermetova can win this match outright, but I'm going to take her to win 1 set. That's a pick, guys. Enjoy. Long hair don't care. She's a huge underdog against Marta. We talked about that 21 class. All of these amazing athletes here that had great junior careers. Leylah Fernandez, Marta Kasiuk. This is a matchup here where Leylah's actually seeded. So she actually made the 24th seed. Marta did not, even though they're ranked 26 and 27. You think Marta feels a little salty about that? 5-1 this year on clay. Marta looks really good, guys. She took out Alexandra Ayala. She took out Dasha Kina. Good wins. Wow. Nice win for Fernandez last time out against Ruzic. I think Marta overall, she just has the power edge, and I'm surprised they haven't faced each other yet on tour. Very comparable games. I think Marta's just a little stronger than Leylah. I hate to pick against Leylah in this spot, but I just think Marta's a little too strong for Leylah. I'm going to take Marta to win. Big game, Sofia Kenin taking on Arena Sabalenka hits hard. I gave you the blueprint for Kenin to defeat Sabalenka the last time they faced each other in Rome. Right, guys? That was 2 years ago. Kenin won that in straight sets. Sabalenka blamed it on she wasn't feeling well. Remember that whole fiasco. Guys, huge underdog here. I'm going to take Kenin. to win at least a set. I think Kenin can win the match outright as well. Coco, Gauff, Magda, Linette, guys. I had to shorten this video again. I just spent 20 minutes thinking that I was recording, so I'm just speeding through this time. So I got to get going. Listen, guys. The head-to-head is 2-1. Linette won the last meeting in Miami. I talked about how Coco wasn't active. She wasn't playing. She didn't have her rhythm, her form. She started the match off good, though. But Linette would end up breaking. Linette was very confident in that post-match interview. She said, she believed in herself, that if she said she knew she had to play near perfect tennis to beat Coco. And she said, even still, it's very difficult to win games against Coco. So much respect for Linette for just telling the truth and being accurate. You heard her. She said it's very difficult to win points in games against Coco. It is. It's extremely. And I think she's going to have a big issue here doing that. I like Coco to get revenge. I like Coco to go up 3-1 in this head-to-head. I think playing against Victoria Boko last time, very fast and explosive. Also playing doubles with Alexandra. Coco's ready. She's primed. She's in good form. She's in good shape. Both ladies have won 7 of their last 10 matches, though, which is pretty cool. But I just think Coco, she's where she needs to be. Mentally, she's smiling. She's having fun. And I think Coco she's got too much for Linette. So I like Coco to win this match. And again, I think Victoria was a very good prerequisite for going deep here in Rome. Victoria is very athletic, cranking that forehand down the line. Coco had to defend. And with Linette, she's going to have to defend. But the problem here is, if you watch the match in Miami, and nothing against Linette. I love Linette. You guys know I've said nothing but positive things about Linette. Before Iga came out of the blue, and of course, we knew Iga as a junior, but before she got going on the main tour, Linette was my favorite player from Poland. Love her game. Very familiar with her game. But that last match in Miami, all she did was go to the forehand side. And Coco just needed to be a little bit more patient. She didn't have her form or timing, right? She hadn't been that active at that match in Miami. But Coco just started to rush. And I don't think that's a real strategy that's going to work here on clay because, like I said, it's a slower surface. Coco's got a lot more reaction time to follow through with the forehand. And I don't think it's going to work. And again, watching that match, I got frustrated for Coco because I didn't see a real game plan from Linette. And I just felt Coco needed to be a little more patient, and now she's got the slower surface to be. So I like Coco to win this match. And she is the world's ranked number 2 now. I think that's good for her moving forward. And I'll be honest, I'm concerned with Iga. I don't think Iga's going to win the French Open. In fact, I don't even know if she wants to win the French Open. I think she might just want to not be 1, 2, or 3 and just kind of get back to being the underdog, right? Because Iga talked about wanting to be number 1. That was her goal, her dream, to pass Ashley Barty. But there's also a lot of stress and pressure being at the top all the time, right? And when you're at the top, there's nowhere else to go but down. So I don't know if this is also going to be a bit of a breather or a refresher for Iga, right? It could be. It could be very beneficial for her, but I think Coco's going to finish the year at least number 2 or 1. I think the French Open's going to be huge. And Coco's in form. I don't think Iga's going to win the French Open. I think you might want to look at Coco winning the French Open. I really do. Because it's either going to be Coco or Sabalenka that wins the French Open. They're in great shape. I just don't think it's going to be Iga. I think Iga looks thin. Her power's not there right now. Her defense, her footwork's not there. Danielle Collins was just teeing off on her. And I don't know. Just Iga doesn't look right, guys. But we're going to take Coco to beat Linette. We're going to take Kenin to win a set over Sabalenka. I'm going to take Marta over Leylah. I hate to do that, but I'm going to take Kudermetova to win a set over Raducanu. I think Kudermetova can win outright. But taking Leylah Raducanu over Bibi. She's just not there yet. Tossin to win a set over Navarro. I'm going to take Mira over Noskova. And I'm going to take Kenwin over Freck. See you guys later. Enjoy.